Hello everybody, welcome back to Certified Collectibles and Patron Sale number 5. Now you do have to be a patron to participate in the sale, so if you're not already, make sure you go to our Patreon account. The link is in the description below. Sign up, $10 a month, that gives you access to all our private sales and special offers. We do have 2 certified comic sales every month, as well as some other promos, special offers, and patron exclusives. $10 a month, that gives you access to all that. If you are a patron already, as soon as this video goes live, you will see active buy links in your Patreon account. Make sure you go over there quick. We don't have a lot of these. They'll definitely sell out fast. Like always, the price we quote in today's video is the price you pay. We cover all the shipping to the US as well as all the taxes. So the price we quote is the price you pay. There's no extra cost. Now, if you're an international patron, make sure you don't use those links. Contact us first. We will send you an invoice for your particular location. Now for today, I've picked you guys out a really cool kind of a specialty auction for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are all going to be ultra modern books. I think only going back to 2015, so 2015 up to 2024. These are ultra modern keys. These are books everybody wants. Every time we get these in stock, they sell super fast. Collectors and fans love these issues. That's why we picked out this little group for you guys today. We do have 5 to go through here. And like I said, all these are super popular modern keys for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's go ahead and get started with our first one. We're going back to 2015 first, working up to 2024. Like I said, all these are incredibly popular. Here we go with our first book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 51. This is the first appearance of Jennika. Jennika, of course, becomes the first female Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in story continuity. Now this here is a CGC 9.8. There's only 323 of these at 9.8 and none higher. That actually surprised me when I was looking at the pop reports because I thought there would definitely be at least a few higher, and I thought there would be a lot more of these graded in 9.8. There's only 323 of these from back in 2015. So if there's that few already, don't expect a lot more. This book is very tough to get in 9.8. We probably sent, I don't know, maybe 200 over the last couple years. And I think maybe we've got 30 in 9.8. All the other ones kick out at 9.6 or lower. So this is a very tough book to get in 9.8. That's probably why there's only 323 of these. Now retail, you're going to be spending about $225 for this book. You know, this, like I said, incredibly popular. This one always sells out when we get it in. Retail, $225 for a CGC 9.8. If you're a patron, $175. Like I said, that's shipped to your door. If you are a U.S. patron, international, definitely contact us first. But $175 for U.S. patrons. Incredibly good deal, $50 off retail. And like I said, this is one of the most popular keys for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in modern times. Everybody wants this book, super popular, always sells out. And like I said, 323 of these are not going to be around forever, especially at this price. So if you do want this one, make sure you go over there and click that link. Get this one quick. We don't have a lot of these. Like I said, after all the books we've ever sent in, we've only, I think, got 30 9.8s, and they've definitely gone over the years. So we only get a scattering of these every once in a while. There's not many of these. So if you do want this one, click on this one fast. We don't have a lot. All right. Oh, this one here is a special treat. This here goes along with issue number 51 here. This here is number 51. This here is a retailer incentive. This here is the artist edition variant cover by Kevin Eastman. This one here in CGC 9.8, there's only 157 of these. Much lower, about half the population of the cover A. And there is one higher. I think it's a 9.9, but there's only 157 of these graded. Like I said, about half the population of the main cover. This here was the retailer incentive. Now this one here, of course, is going to be a little bit higher. Retail price on this is about $300. It's about $75 higher than the main cover. This one here, if you're a patron, $250, $50 off market price. This one here, like I said, 157 of these. Don't expect there to be a lot more of these coming to market. This one here, very, very tough to get. This was a retailer incentive, so this one here wasn't open order. You know, some of the variants are open order. This one here was not. This here was an incentive cover. This one here, like I said, $250 shipped to your door if you're a patron. If you want this one, make sure you click on these links quick. We only have a couple of these. This one here was kind of a special that we included in this. We don't actually sell this one very often because I think we only had, 8 of these. Out of all the issues number 51, I think we only had 8 copies of this. And I know we've sold these over the years, so we probably only have a couple of those. So if you want that one, definitely act fast on that. Not gonna allow those to go around. All right, I think now we're gonna move up to 2020. Jump up 5 years. Now you all know this title. Here you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, number 1. This here is CGC 9.8. This here is, of course, the first print. This went back for multiple printings. I can't remember how many printings there were. This went back to press a lot. This book here, incredibly popular with fans and collectors, hugely collected. And this one here had a big print run. I think there's 130,000 copies of issue number 1 here. Huge print run, but it really doesn't matter. A CGC 9.8 still sells for about $250, $275 on the open market. So even with such a huge print run, and even with such a huge pop, because in CGC 9.8, there's 3,174 of these. So over 3,000 of these in CGC 9.8 and 462 higher. But like I said, kind of doesn't matter, because 9.8s still sell for about $275, $250, $275. If you're a patron though, $200. That is an incredibly good deal. We've never sold these for under $250. So $200 for this book, incredibly good deal. Now this here does feature the first appearance of Oroku Hiroto, the grandson of the Shredder, and the first appearance of Casey Marie Jones, the daughter of Casey and April. Now, it came out last year that Paramount was going to adapt this into a bloody live-action film. Now, I really haven't heard an update since Paramount made that announcement last April, but it doesn't really matter. Once these books are optioned, they skyrocket in price. They don't ever come back down to where they were. And this one here, even with the huge print run of 130,000, even with the population of over 3,000 books in CGC 9.8 and about 500 higher, it doesn't really matter. This book, like I said, always sells for $250, $275. Incredibly popular with fans and collectors. This is a book everyone wants to own, even with the high print run, even with the high population. So $200 to you guys. If you are a patron, make sure you get this at that price. Incredibly good price. We won't offer it again at that level. All right, and to go along, here is the companion piece. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. This here is the retailer incentive by Kevin Eastman. Now the pop on this here in CGC 9.8 is 653 with only 92 higher. That one actually kind of surprised me. I thought there'd be a lot more of this, because if this book here was ordered, if cover A was ordered 130,000 copies, you know, I expected the retailer incentive, the Kevin Eastman cover, to at least have 1,000 in CGC 9.8, but there's only 653. There are 92 higher, but that's incredibly low compared to this here population. 3,000 down to 653. This one here does trade higher, of course. This is about 275 to 300. It's not incredibly higher than the cover A here. You know, it's only about $50 to $25 higher. But, you know, if you're a patron, $250 for this, only $50 more, and you do get the Kevin Eastman incentive cover. This one here, like I said, incredibly popular. Has 2 first appearances, was already optioned for a Paramount live action. We don't really know if that's going to happen, but it's already optioned. Incredibly popular fans and collectors, and this here is the Kevin Eastman and retailer incentive. There's not going to be a lot of these out there. So these books, these Ultramodern keys, these are incredibly popular. That's why we selected these particular issues for today's sale. These are books you definitely want to own, and the prices we're giving you guys, you're not really ever going to find them lower. Great deal for you. All right, our last one for today, we're going to jump up to 2024. This here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution #1 First Print Edition. This one here, CGC 9.9. Now you do want to get these here in 9.9. There's quite a few 9.8s, but once you get into 9.9, there's only 39, and there are none higher. You know, I did expect there to be, when I was doing the research on this, I did expect there to be at least a few 10s, but there's only 39 in 9.9, and that number was actually lower than I thought. These are brand new books, thick cardstock. I thought these were graded much better than they did, but 9.8 is kind of where they all graded. That's why you do want this book in 9.9 with only about 40 of them available. This book here is going to be super hot. Now this here, of course, features the next generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Odin, Uno, Moji, and Yi. This one here, very popular. Maybe not as popular as The Last Ronin, but it's still incredibly popular with fans and collectors. And like I said, CGC 9.9, only 39 of these. This does retail for about $400, but for patrons, for you guys, $350, $50 off retail. Incredibly good price, and this here is a 9.9. Only 40 of these available in the world. This one here, great price for this book in 9.9, and there's none higher. Like I said, I thought there would be some 10s, and I was actually kind of surprised to see it trading at the level it is retail for only $400 if 9.9 is the highest grade. You know, typically when there's no 10s, the 9.9s are at least double that. But $400 for 9.9 retail, $350 for you guys. If you're patrons, yeah, that's a great deal. So those are the 5 ultra modern keys for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles we picked out for you guys today. Some great deals in there. Hope you guys take advantage of it. Like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.